Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be answering 13 questions that you may have asked yourself or seen other people ask about or may have talked about with solo male guinea pigs. Not just solo guinea pigs, but solo males specifically, because it can be a little different than when it comes to males and females with a lot of things, and this is one of them. So this video is a collab video with Fitz Guinea Vision, and I really recommend her channel. She is amazing. She's very educational. She's helped me with a lot of different things, like treating my guinea pigs with stuff and all of that. I love her channel. She keeps it real. She's really nice. Highly suggest her. But the very first question is, can male guinea pigs live alone happily? In my personal opinion and experience, yes, they can. There will be ones that are lonely if you were to keep them solo. Probably a majority of them would like to have, a cage mate, and that's usually in a pair and nothing more than that, but it's possible to have more than that. But I do have a solo male. You can't really see him. Can you see him? Yeah, that cage, there we go. That cage has one male. It is a male. I just said that. He is solo, and he's pretty happy by himself. He's been by himself for a while. I've tried to bond him before, and the previous owners even tried to bond him, and he just doesn't really. But he's been bonded. I've had him bonded. He was bonded with Cashew before he passed away, which has not seemed to affect him at all, but we will get into that. And he was bonded with Toast, but Toast is my escape artist, and he gets out, and yeah, I put him in that cage, and then he got out and went back to the other cage that he was previously in, and he just didn't want to be in there. So yes, they can be happy by themselves. They can. But usually when they are by themselves, right, let's say you don't have any other guinea pigs in the whole household, you don't have any other guinea pigs, and you have a solo guinea pig, solo male guinea pig, chances are they're gonna be depressed. They're not gonna smell other guinea pigs around them. There's no communication. They're going to feel alone, especially if the owner is not around, or if they're not in a lively area of the household. But in my case, he's alone, yes, but he's happy. He's not showing signs of stress or depression or anything like that, like some of my other ones have for different reasons. So in short, yes, male guinea pigs can live alone happily. And now here's Leah's.
Hey everyone, I'm Leah from Fitz's Guinea Vision. Today I have decided to come here and collab with Nikki from Guinea Pig Mania. We are here to talk about male guinea pigs, whether they can or cannot live alone, whether they can be happy, and so forth. Can male guinea pigs live alone happily? As you can see, I have two male guinea pigs right here. Well, you can't see that they're males, I'm letting you know. But most of you who happen to also follow my channel will know that I have girls that live upstairs in their own room, and then I have my boys down here. So you'll see that there's two separate cages there. There's the bars that separate the two of them. They used to live together in one big cage, but unfortunately their bond did break. And I believe that guinea pigs can live alone happily. However, at the same time, the answer is no. So hear me out, hear me out. I believe that guinea pigs are social animals in general, and so while Mateo and Bruno have their own 8 square feet of space, they still have each other that they can interact with through the bars. You will oftentimes see them meeting each other at the grids, and they will be touching noses, and they will be chatting, Sometimes you might see or hear Bruno rumbling. But overall, I believe that depending on the male guinea pig's personality will determine whether they can live happily in their own cage space. With my experience, Mateo is oftentimes seen doing zoomies and popcorning. He is a very happy boy having his own space. Bruno is a senior boy, so he's not as active as Mateo might be, but he is definitely thriving. He's always out and about drinking his water, eating his hay, eating his food. And he's a very social piggy. He's social with me, he's social with Mateo, and vice versa with Mateo as well.
Alright, so question number 2. Do male guinea pigs prefer to be alone? In my experience, not really. Some do. Some definitely do. Because I've had that happen too. My boy Truffle, he was bonded with Pumpkin. And then Pumpkin passed away. And then Truffle was so much happier. You have no idea. I've never seen him popcorn so much. And I was a little offended because I just lost my very first guinea pig. And then he's over here being happy about it. I'm like, really, dude? But no, I love him. Now he's with 4 males. I have 5 males together. And he's not, you know, as happy popcorny. But he still popcorns. He does zoomies a lot. And they have no problems with each other. It's great. So, in my experience though, they don't really prefer to be alone. Apricot lost Pretzel. And he's just been hiding a lot more. But he has Chive with him. So he's a little more out, but he's still kind of, you know, upset about it. You can tell when a guinea pig's upset. And then, if I can remember correctly, I've had a lot of experience with guinea pigs in a short amount of time. I've never seen a single guinea pig other than Truffle actually prefer to be alone. Even Walnut, even though he is a solo guinea pig, he seems so much out of his shell more like when he was with Cashew and Toast. So I don't think he prefers to be alone. He's fine alone, but I don't think he prefers to be alone. And that's pretty much my answer. It's really situational, but I do not believe that they prefer to be alone.
Alright, the second question asked was, do male guinea pigs prefer to be alone? Well, I really believe it depends on the guinea pig's personality. Specifically, the question is, do male guinea pigs prefer to be alone? So, it depends on the personality. I'm going to use my guinea pigs as the example throughout the content of this video. Mateo is a very sweet boy. He is social, but he prefers having his own space. He is not one to really tolerate being humped and mounted all the time. That is what I believe had caused the 2 of my boys to get into a fight initially, is because Bruno kept chasing him. Mateo eventually said, nope, I'm fed up, I'm done. And he attacked. So it really depends on the personality of your guinea pig as to whether he prefers to be alone. But as mentioned before, he's not fully alone because he can interact through side by side.
Alright, so question number 3. What are the signs that my male guinea pig is lonely? When you have a solo male guinea pig, for whatever reason, like a guinea pig passes away, or you had to separate them, or you know, or it just came along. The signs can be like not eating, not popcorning, hiding a lot, just any like behavior changes, and not active, like, at all. Like, you can really tell. It will be obvious when your guinea pig is just lonely, like, tired out, depressed, stressed out. They just seem like they're just slouching all day and doing nothing. So that's how you can tell when a guinea pig is lonely. Any of them. And yeah, those signs may not always mean that they are lonely. They could be signs of, like, other health issues, but those are common signs when your guinea pig is lonely, when they're feeling lonely, because they can grieve and they can be depressed, and more people need to know that.
Okay, so question number 3 is, what are some signs that my guinea pig is lonely? If your guinea pig shows any disinterest in day-to-day life activities, lethargy, loss of appetite, aggressive behavior, or any abnormal behavior including chewing its cage, trying to escape, and making noises to get your attention more than usual, then it's a likely chance that your guinea pig is lonely. Now, a lot of these signs also mimic health conditions, so it's important to have a vet check over your guinea pig to rule out medical illness.
Alright, so question number 4. How do I keep a solo male guinea pig happy and stimulated? So for whatever reason that your male guinea pig, or even any guinea pig, is alone, because things do happen. We learn that life changes, stuff like that. How can you keep them happy and stimulated? There are quite a few ways you can do this. You can have bonding time, you and the guinea pig. You can chill on the floor, on the bed, they could be on your lap, or even just in the cage if they're comfortable with it. You can just pet them. You can even stand by the cage. That can help them feel way less lonely. If your guinea pigs are in a more lively area of the house, like the living room, that can also keep them not feeling lonely. And with the stimulated part, you're going to want a lot more enrichment when it comes to your single guinea pigs, so that they don't get bored. When guinea pigs have another cage mate or cage mates, they don't really need as much enrichment because they have basically playmates with them. They're able to pop corn and run around and just be happy together. They can eat together. They're a lot more happy that way. But if they're alone, they could be depressed. And if you want to help with that, you want to stimulate them. So you can use like treat balls, snuffle mats, just any type of like enrichment. But forage in their hay, you know, just anything to keep them engaged during their day.
So our next question is, how do I keep a solo male guinea pig happy and stimulated? Well, for my example, my 2 solo pigs over here, they do have each other. They can interact through the grids of the bar. So if you're not looking to get another guinea pig that you're willing to house in a separate cage, and you only have one guinea pig at all, you only have the one guinea pig, I would recommend having large piles of hay, lots of lap time, maybe some free roam time, or not free roam, but like floor time in a guinea pig safe environment. Definitely have a lot of enrichment, chew toys. Maybe you can play some guinea pig sounds on your phone or on a tablet or computer, and they will hear these other guinea pig noises, and your guinea pig might show more interest in just hearing other guinea pigs. I used to do that with Bruno for a while. He was a single solo pig living upstairs in his own cage. He lived underneath the girls, and he didn't have a cage mate for a full year. It took a full year to find Mateo. And I used to try and interact with him as much as I could. I would give him floor time. I'd always try and give him chew toys and just anything that would add extra enrichment to their normal day-to-day care.
Alright, question number 5. Can I bond a male guinea pig with another male later on? And the answer to that is yes, you can. For whatever reasons, you may have your male guinea pig might be alone. And, life happens, as I've stated multiple times. And I honestly would suggest trying to bond them with another guinea pig. And if that means having to wait, that is perfectly fine. In the meantime, just like the previous question, just keep them happy and stimulated. Watch out for signs of anything if they're not eating, serious, severe signs of disloneliness and stuff like that. But yes, you can bond them with another male later on. Just make sure that you are doing it correctly and that you know the good and bad dominance behaviors in case you do need to separate and retry all that.
Alright, question number 5 is, can a single male guinea pig be bonded with another male guinea pig later down the line? And the answer is yes. A male guinea pig can be bonded with another guinea pig, another male guinea pig at that. And I do recommend going through a registered, reputable rescue that allows you to do short introduction sessions to try and find the perfect match for your guinea pig.
Alright, question number 6. Do solo male guinea pigs need more attention from their owner? Yes. Yes, they do. In my opinion, they do. I don't know why you wouldn't believe that, I guess. If you have a solo guinea pig and you're not active, no one's active with them, I feel and have seen the guinea pig is gonna be more stressed out because they're just sitting there alone. Like, there's nothing going on around them, and it's just gonna make life blah for them, basically. So yes, if your male guinea pig or any guinea pig is solo, please engage with them more, spend time with them, bond with them, just make them happy, give them something to do, and then if they have that bond with you, y'all are gonna be like this, and you'll practically be like his cage mate, I guess, but like not in the cage, obviously. But it does help. It helps a lot. It may not 100%, may not get rid of all those lonely, depressed feelings and symptoms, but it does help.
Our next question is, do solo male guinea pigs need more attention from their owner? So the answer to this question can also be put towards guinea pigs in general, not just males. But if you're going to have only one guinea pig, then I would suggest, yes, you need to have as much time to be attentive to your guinea pig's needs. They're kind of like humans in the sense that they need to feel that physical touch of being loved. Now, for a guinea pig, generally, they're perfectly content with 15-minute intervals of being held. Some guinea pigs don't want to be held. They're content with just being in a cuddle cup, maybe just listening to music. Sometimes some guinea pigs will do well with like therapeutic music, soft, classical type music. Some guinea pigs might actually prefer more hardcore music. I personally can't attest to that, but I do watch a lot of YouTube content throughout the day, and I know yesterday, I believe there was a Doorman video playing on my computer when I got home, and Bruno, so Bruno is this ginger colored piggy, he was literally sitting right here and facing the computer, and he was watching whatever was playing. He was so interested. So hopefully that answers that question.
Alright, question number 7. Is it safe to keep a male guinea pig alone temporarily? And this really depends. Like, this is very situational for this question. Is it safe to keep a male guinea pig alone? Probably not. Temporarily, it can be. It really depends on how active you are with your guinea pig, like with bonding time, if they're in a lively part of the household, if they have a lot of enrichment, and how severely being alone affects them. Like I said, some guinea pigs do prefer to be alone, and with that, temporarily is perfectly fine. But some of them may literally not eat due to this loneliness. So temporarily can be critical. It can be really risky. You could end up needing to bring them to the vet several times for gut issues and everything because they're not eating. So it depends on how like severe their symptoms are when it comes to their loneliness, because every guinea pig's different. So very situational, and it just really depends.
Our next question is it safe to keep male guinea pig alone temporarily? I believe it is, yes. As I've mentioned before, Bruno used to be alone, but upstairs, for a full year before having another male companion to live side by side.
Alright, number 8. Should I consider neutering a solo male guinea pig so you can put it with females? This one is a really interesting question, and I love this question, which Fitz chose this one, by the way. So this is also kind of like situational. If your solo male guinea pig is just not getting along with any other males, or you don't have enough space for that male, but you can have more space if you were to expand, or you already do have space in the female cage, and, you know, stuff like that. And obviously talk to your vet before making that huge decision. When you want to neuter any small animal, whether it's a small dog, possibly small cat, a guinea pig, things like rats, rabbit, like really small animals, it's really risky. They can pass away from this. They may not wake up. There may be complications because they are small. It really depends on how experienced the vet is as well. And every guinea pig body is a little different, in and out. So it really depends. If you believe that neutering the guinea pig to put it with females is worth that chance, if he will be happier that way, if that is the only way, go for it. I personally will never tell someone like, yeah, you should definitely get your guinea pig neutered and put, you know, stuff like that. I wouldn't suggest that. I would say it is a possibility. Should you consider it? Sure. You can think about it. You can go over it in your head. You can, you should consider something like that. Okay, maybe not like, be like, yeah, definitely type of consider, but like, consider it and consider the risks with it. And I've heard that usually it goes pretty well. And they definitely do get along with females better than males.
Next question is, should I consider neutering a solo male guinea pig to put with females? There's a lot of factors that can play a factor in this response. So you can consider it, but I would definitely recommend going for a vet check, ruling out all medical illnesses, make sure they have a clean bill of health. Age plays a factor. As with any surgical procedure, there is always a 50-50 risk that something bad can happen and that they won't come through the neuter, but that's not for every single guinea pig. So it is something that you would want to discuss with your Cabby-savvy vet, but it is definitely an option.
Alright, question number 9. Why do people say single guinea pigs will die if left alone? Well, like I said in the previous questions, it really depends on the symptoms. Can they die if left alone? Yeah, some can. They really can. Some may not eat. They may not drink. They may not move. And that can cause fatal like health issues. Simply not eating, they can starve, cause really bad gut issues. Them not drinking, they get really dehydrated. They can get scurvy. If they just sit around all day, they can have really bad issues like on their underbelly and their private areas, that like stuff like that. They can get mites from the stress and stuff like that. It's just a really hard time for them if they are alone. It can be, not all of them. But will they die if left alone? They can, not always. It's not just a 100% guaranteed thing. It's not even really a 50% thing. It's a possibility, though. It's something you should think about. And that's pretty much it for that question.
Our next question: why do people say single guinea pigs will die if they are left alone? If I really truly knew that answer, I would tell you. I don't have an honest answer for that question. I can give you my opinion. Guinea pigs are social animals by nature. So whether you have them living in the same cage or whether they are side by side and able to interact, as you can see, hopefully Bruno and Mateo are meeting through the grids, and they are kind of like touching noses and such. They are social animals. They look to one another for security, for safety, for comfort. When a guinea pig is left completely alone and their owner doesn't have sufficient amounts of time to be able to spend with them, then they can potentially die of loneliness. That is not to say every guinea pig will die of loneliness, but they are social animals, 100% by nature.
Alright, question number 10. How long can a male guinea pig live alone after a cage mate passes away? This can really depend, and personally I don't really have like a time frame in between, but I would probably say let them grieve in a way for like a day, maybe a few days. It kind of depends on their symptoms. If literally after a day of the other guinea pig passing and they just don't eat, you might want to bond them with another guinea pig before they have really bad issues. But some can be literally fine for a while. So there's not really like a how long, there's not no like time frame, duration thing between there. Personally, I would say max a day, because you're guinea pigs, but if you've never had a specific one or any of them alone for however long before, it's kind of risky, and I would say go ahead and bond them with someone before they decide they want to not eat or something.
Our next question is, how long can a male guinea pig live alone after a cage mate passes away? So I don't believe there's a full-on, true, solid answer for this. But as mentioned before, Bruno had lived alone in his own space for a full year before finding a friend for him. So it really depends on your guinea pig's personality. Some guinea pigs might be okay for a year or more, and others might go downhill very, very fast if they don't have a friend.
Alright, question 11. Do I or should I rehome my single male just because he fought with my other males? This one's a tricky one. If you have absolutely no room, no space at all for that male, if that male is just depressed, yeah, you might want to rehome him, because it's not really a good place for him. It's okay. Some guinea pigs are not fit for every home or every situation. And that's okay. If you believe rehoming your guinea pig is the best option for your guinea pig, go for it. If that guinea pig is going to be happier in a different situation, a different life than yours, rehome them. Just consider what is best for the guinea pig, and you'll know if it's okay to do that or not.
Our next question is, do I or should I rehome my single male just because he fought with my other males? So, this answer is not me telling you what to do. This is me guiding you based on my experience and what I believe. This is just my own opinion. I don't think people should rehome a single male guinea pig just because they got into a fight with another guinea pig. I think if it's doable and you're able to have the space to either set something up like this where they have side by side, or even if you had to, absolutely had to, and you were limited on space, if you're able to do a double stack cage, which at one point in time I did have a double stack cage where Bruno's previous cage mate or friend Andre was on the top and Bruno was at the bottom. So while they couldn't interact through the bars, they were still at least able to smell each other. They were able to hear each other, and that also will help them thrive. But the absolute best scenario possible, if your male guinea pigs cannot live together, is to try and have them side by side like this.
Alright, question number 12. Can my male guinea pig be happy next to another male but not in the same cage? So I'm going to use an example. So Fitz Guinea Vision, and she'll probably talk about it after this, she has two males. She has two males in separate cages. They were together and then the bond broke. I don't remember if there was a reason or not, but they just, nope. So she separated them. So she's got two cages. I'm going to show it here actually. She's got two cages, same table, and they're able to interact with each other. They can see each other, smell each other, they can go up to each other, but they can't fight each other, you know? So they're being safe, but they're able to communicate. And they can be happy like that. They really can. Because the thing is, you should be worried about them feeling lonely and being lonely. Just because they're not in the same area doesn't mean that they're lonely. If they're able to talk, that's fine. It would be the same as people talking through a mesh screen, a door, or even on the phone. You're not really lonely, and they're right there. They're by each other. They can see each other, talk, everything. So they're perfectly okay in different cages. If you do have a guinea pig though that is sad and lonely, try putting him next, or her next to another cage. That might actually help a lot, and it probably will.
Next question is, can my male guinea pig be happy next to another male but not in the same cage? All you can do is point. All you can do is point. Again, I've seen Mateo doing zoomies and popcorning, and Bruno is thriving. For an almost 5-year-old boar, he is a happy pig. And I mean, in my experience, yes, they 100% can be happy next to each other. However, there will always be an exception to this scenario. There will always be at least one guinea pig out there somewhere, obviously more than one, but you know what I mean. There's going to be exceptions to the rule. Some guinea pigs, they might have been neglected and abused when they were younger and they might have had too many fights with other guinea pigs, and so they may suffer from PTSD. And sometimes you might come across a guinea pig that just absolutely cannot be side by side other guinea pigs. They might be okay being on like the other end of the room, but still be able to hear guinea pigs, if that makes any sense. So in my experience, the answer is yes, but it's not the case for everyone.
All right, and the last question, number 13. When is it okay for a male guinea pig to be solo? And this can go for females as well. So the only times that I believe a male guinea pig should be alone is if there's a medical issue, like a tumor or something like that. And I guess this goes under medical issues, like a contagious something, like mites, ringworm, any type of worms, honestly. Just anything that's contagious, which goes under medical, but yeah. Or if they literally just prefer to be alone. If you have two male guinea pigs together and this one is just blah, you know, or being like super you know, not just obviously not happy about the situation. The other one might not care. The other one might dominate too much, something like that. But not enough to like, oh, we gotta separate them, you know. Because some guinea pigs do prefer to be alone. So sometimes this guinea pig can be solo, perfectly okay. Sometimes that is the best solution to the problem. So those are the only times I believe it is okay to have a guinea pig alone, is if they prefer to be alone, or there is some medical type of issue, if it's contagious, or a tumor, if they need to be restricted on movement after surgery, you know, stuff like that. I can't really think of any other reason why they would have to be alone.
Our final question is, when is it okay for a male guinea pig to be solo? If you have a guinea pig that was living with a cage mate or friend and that cage mate passed away, you know, you're grieving the loss of the guinea pig and you want to take some time to grieve and allow your guinea pig to grieve the loss of their friend, it's okay for them to be alone for a little while. If your male guinea pig has had a surgery and needs to recover, then you may need to temporarily place that guinea pig in like a hospital type cage where they are limited on space so they don't have to move around depending on what the surgical procedure would have been. There's always a situation that can come up where it's okay for your guinea pig to be alone. So hopefully these answers will help you, and hopefully you will kind of see that some people will have different perspectives on the answers, but there is no specific one way of thinking and no right way of thinking. Everyone's going to have a different opinion, different thoughts on a scenario. So this is just me sharing my experience with all of you, and I hope that you found some of this information helpful, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to hop on over to my channel and check it out if you'd like. Alright, until next time.
Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video, and bye.